this introduction to Genius Tools Model Processor and Model Processor User. So what is Genius Tools? Genius Tools is a suite of applications that was developed by INNEO for our customers to help them improve their designs and make life easier when working with models, to take out a lot of manual work that they have to do when working with their design solutions. So we have some solutions that will run inside Creo that integrates into the CAD application. We have some applications that will run inside Windchill. We have Model Processor that will do a lot of rework on data, and then we have some system administration tools, some environment tools that controls your working environment. So for this one, we'll focus on Model Processor. And why use Model Processor? So often companies need to rework data. There might be some organizational changes. You might be doing a PDM implementation where you need to rework data, add parameters, designate them for the PDM system, or some generic software updates where you also need to rework some data and need to add some changes to this. So how does Model Processor work? You go and set up an action list or a task list where you tell it what it should do on the models, and that can then work on the parts, assemblies, drawings, and it will run all those tasks on all those items. So it will load the item into system, check the tasks, it will apply all these tasks to that model, save it, and then it can write tools out or information out to reports. It can make changes to the drawings. Once it's done with the models, it will go through all the assemblies, apply all the changes to the assemblies, and lastly to all the drawings as well. So you can specify as many tasks that you want. Anything that needs to be reworked or added to the models can be done through the Model Processor. To have a quick look at some of the tasks, we can apply some tasks to parameters, such as adding parameters, deleting parameters, changing parameters, renaming them. We can do tasks on family tables, splitting up family tables, deleting instances, verifying them, adding standard views, adding material, loading parameters from an external file into all the models, and adding sections, changing relations. So anything that you need to change on the model, we've got quite a long list of items that can be changed, and the same for drawings and assemblies as well. So in drawings you might want to add some standard notes or replace the templates or add tables or the formats. All of that can be done through Model Processor. You can also export from Model Processor. So if you have maybe worked on a project and you need to export all the drawings as DXFs or DWGs, that can be exported. We can export information on the actual models, so parameter information to PDF, to Excel. So there's quite a lot of information. Once you've set up everything in Model Processor, you can then load that into Creo through Model Processor User. So this is more focused on the end user that will work inside Creo, and he needs to run all those tasks. It can be configured so that it is run through either the menu, so at the top we'll have where you can open the interface and run it, or the user can have it as a single button that you can click on. So in part mode or drawing mode, you can configure it for all the different interfaces to suit your requirement. If we go and look at the actual software, so this is on the left hand side, we've got Model Processor. We can set up all the tasks. So in this example, we've set up a task to go and set the accuracy to absolute and set a specific value. We've set up to set the units, we've set it to set the tolerances, add some standard views, go and add a list of parameters and designate them, set them up, maybe to translate the parameters, and do many tasks on the model. Maybe to go and set the layer state, add the layers, add some relations to the model, regenerate the model, add annotations, and all those can then be run linked to a Creo session. So as an example, to add a task, you go to the list, you go and look for the task that you want to apply to the model. So if I go to the model item, it will show me multiple items on the model. So do I want to remove a feature or rename a model or change something? So let's say we want to add a task to regenerate the model. I can click on the task, set how many times I want it to regenerate. Should it do it for parts, assemblies, and drawings? I want to set up extra filters, so I could tell it to do it based on certain criteria. So the instance, I want to regenerate it once after I've set all these items. I want to force a regeneration, and I'll then go and add the task. So that is then added that last task. And maybe I'll just do this on models, so I won't do it on drawings, so I can simply go and unselect that. If I then go look at this example, so this is a model that maybe you got from somewhere else or downloaded from the web or imported. In this example, there's no saved views, there's not many layers in there. If I go to the parameters, there's no parameters in there. So if I want to go and do this, simply I can click on, if it's in the link session, I can from model processor, I can click on the play button, and that will go and apply all those tasks to my model. Or what I can also then do is say for all my users in my organization, I want to add all these tools, and it will show all those tasks as icons in the model processor tab in the user interface. And if I go to the command, I can also in there see all those tasks that has been configured. So currently I've got a model open. If it was an assembly, you could go and select what it should do. Should it retrieve the models, all the drawings, and you can apply all the changes to that as well. So in this instance, I'm going to run the task to convert this part to my company standards. If I click on that, it will run, and it's gone and to check what has it done. Has it actually gone and done everything? So it has changed the units, the accuracy, it's added the relation. If I go to the saved views, it's added the saved views. If I go to my parameters, it's gone and added all the parameters that I use in the organization. So through a single click, you can go and rework data to update parts, update drawings, and make it all a seamless process. As another example, if I go and add a drawing, I could have this drawing and say if I need to replace the format, maybe with a different format in the drawing interface, if I go and it could be a button again, or I could go and load a configuration. So this example, if I load my own one, I want to go and maybe change the drawing format to something that's work in progress. And if I move this out of the way, if I play that, it will go and run, update the model, and it replaces the drawing format. So again, that could be a single button at the top, or I can do it from this window. It will give me a report on the status. So what has it done? It's replaced the format, and it will regenerate the model as well. So if I replace it back, it could be a single button that does that task on the model. So if you would like more information on this, please get in contact with us, and we can give you a proper demonstration of model processor and model processor user. Thank you.